gosh, I'm such a freaking idiot. Morning, guys. We kind of have a little pickle. Yeah. There you go, kiddo. Come on. So it thunderstormed all night last night. There was this warning on this campsite when I found it that said, great campsite, but don't let it rain because you will get stuck trying to get out if the ground gets wet at all. So that's where the pickle comes in, because now we're gonna have to wait for it to dry up to get out of here whatsoever. I gotta look at the forecast and see if it's gonna rain more, because we're gonna have a potential to be stuck here for a few days. Right, kiddo? So, gotta love it. Nice. Look at this boot. It just sinks. Now, if you're wondering how I got myself into this situation, even after reading the reviews about this place being a total trap when it rains, here's what happened. I recently just bought this Land Cruiser. I chopped the roof off, added on an alu cab, and then I spent my first night in it, which went kind of sideways because I forgot a lot of my necessary gear. So after I had gone shopping to replace everything I was missing, I drove out to the desert to camp for a few nights and organize my rig, put my gear away. What's up, party people? We are camping in the deserts of Colorado tonight, which is exciting. And while I would love to go and explore all the canyons that we were camping right next to, that's going to be tomorrow's thing, because tonight we need to get the troopy in order. It is a disaster. And I just got a bunch of stuff from Target that I needed to like re-gear up because I didn't have pillows the first night. I got stuff to organize the cupboards, sheets, silverware. You guys get it. Tonight's agenda is we need to get the troopy in tip-top shape. Okay. Chip clips. Who's calling me? Liam!
What's up?
Hi, bud. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, living my best life. Unfortunately, I forgot to check the weather app before getting to camp because I never freaking check the weather app, and also it never freaking rains over here. But as you can see, just my luck, not only did it rain and strand me out here, I'm about to find out that we're in for a record-breaking storm. And the craziest part of everything I just said, it's not even the worst of what's to come. Yeah, it's one of those episodes, you guys. I put a rubber mat I have down for Tazzy on the floor to try to just keep mud at bay for both me and Tazzy. But we'll see how well it works. All right, come here, little girl. Okay, I gotta stay right there. Oh, sit. Sit for a sec. Good girl. We gotta wipe off your paws. I'm sure you're gonna love this, Tazzy. It's gonna be like your favorite thing in the world. Look at her. She's like, what are you doing to me? Luckily, she's so light, she doesn't really like sink into the mud that much. She can kind of float on top, but we don't want your bed getting all gross. No. I can tell you're about to jump. 3 out of 4 paws done, okay? You're almost there. Last one. Good. Good girl. Yeah, you don't love it outside, do ya? And we were gonna explore all day today, I'm sorry. Amazing.
Movie that we're gonna put out, we're editing right now. So there's a bunch of little things that I'm trying to do.
Take it up to DoorDash, and DoorDash will usually just refund their money.
While I was eating breakfast, minding my business, watching Theo Vaughn and Chris DiStefano, I got a severe weather alert on my phone that we were officially in a flood watch. Now, the reason that's so concerning is because A, we're in the desert, where flash floods can happen quickly and be extremely dangerous and unforgiving. B, I wouldn't learn this piece of information until days after this entire fiasco, but we were entering into record-breaking weather. Not only the biggest storm this area has had since 1941, but also I saw this online.
Get this, Grand Junction had its wettest day in over 50 years with 1.35 inches of rain. That also tied its 7th wettest day ever recorded. And records in Grand Junction go all the way back to 1893.
While that situation in itself isn't super scary, the reason this is so bad is because of the type of ground that we are on. The locals love to call it gumbo, but basically it's just a type of clay that you cannot drive on whatsoever. It's the equivalent of driving on grease. So while it may not look that bad on camera and with me walking around, it's something that you're unable to get out of, making us not only sitting ducks, but even if I did need help, no 4x4 rescue group would be able to get to me because of the gumbo. No matter who you are or what type of rig you have to wait for the ground to dry out to get anywhere or do anything, effectively leaving us stranded in the desert and trapped inside the truck. This is me learning the hard way that I have to learn to start checking the weather app before I go places. Gotta love it. All right, Tazzy, come on. Come here, mama. Good girl. I just checked the weather and it said that it's going to rain for the next few hours with heavy thunderstorms. The issue that we're running into is that we are in a flood watch, which there are people that have camped at this site before that said that the dry creek that's right there. Come here, Tazzy. I know you're not used to a raincoat. Oh my gosh, how cute are you? Are you kidding me? Anyways, heavy rain, heavy thunderstorms, and people that have camped at this site before online where I found these coordinates at said that the dry creek will flood and it washes away the road, or at least it has with people before. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on things. I didn't want to move because this is like gumbo mud and you can get stuck really easily. It's happened to me before. I didn't want to risk it, but obviously I'll keep an eye on it because if water levels start rising, we're just gonna have to get out of here and deal with it the best that we can. Oh my gosh, you are the cutest dog in the world. Are you joking? I could cry. Now, as you guys may or may not know, Taz gets very anxious in thunderstorms, so we gotta let her out right now before she completely shuts down, because if she hears thunder, she won't come outside. Come on, let's go, baby. Yeah. How cute are you? You're the cutest girl in the land. Oh, big stretch. Mwah. Hey, the tail's wagging. That's a good sign. Yeah, it's a good sign. I know. Good girl. There's already water down there, which it was completely dry yesterday, but obviously water's coming through the slot canyon, so we're just gonna have to monitor that. Run! Yeah! All right, Tazzy. Tazzy! Hey, come on. Come on! A little too far, girl. I'm basically just going to try to leave Tazzy outside of the truck for as long as possible, since we're going to be trapped inside the truck tonight with heavy rain and thunderstorms. So I'm going to do dishes and chores and stuff and just let her run around for as long as she will before she gets nervous. Go run around! Go, girl! Whoops. I've never used this spray nozzle before, so I don't know if it works or not, but wait, that's way nicer because then I don't have to constantly run water. Hey, this is so nice. Wait, I love this. Definitely still working out all the kinks of this setup and getting used to it. You guys saw me be an absolute hot mess my first night out in this thing, but yeah, just still kind of like learning different parts of the setup and like, oh my gosh, I should have been using that freaking spray nozzle this whole time. Let me get the Troopy set up for drawing dishes. I haven't forgotten about you, Tazzy. We'll be inside in one sec, girl. So last night when I was putting the rubber grippy stuff on the shelf down here so that none of this would slide around, there was extra. And I put that right up here on this molly panel. And I thought that would be smart because this can be sort of like a, okay. Because I can put this down as a barrier and then put dish towels on top of it. So dishes can dry here, but there's still not water seeping through the towels getting on the counter. It's all about repurposing. You know what I'm saying? So let me just take this off. Perfect. See? Look how nice. How you holding up, kiddo? The rain's kind of holding off for you. Oh, you want to get back inside, Mama? You done out here? Okay, we'll get you inside. Don't be. Okay, excuse me. Got back up, Mama. Back up. I'll get you inside. No, hold on. I gotta wash your feet and stuff. That was the easiest I've ever washed my face and brushed my teeth ever, and done dishes. The Troopy has its perks for sure. Okay, hold on. You gotta wipe your feet and take off your jacket. Okay, you meerkat. You're so weird. You're so weird. Oy vey. You don't make this any easier by having like crazy Grinch toes, you know? How am I supposed to get in there? Unfortunately, I think that's about as good as we're gonna get. Look at this mud. That's crazy. Gotta love rainy season. You hungry? The rain is picking up for sure. Just monitoring all the water levels. And for everybody out there who's like, why aren't you just leaving now, or why didn't you leave earlier? It's because the mud is already so gumbo-y that I am not confident that it wouldn't like get me stuck. So I would rather just wait out the rain and leave when it's dry and be good. Is that kind of a gamble? Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I'd rather just wait it out. I'm watching the water levels. If they start to pick up in the next couple of hours, we'll just off-road through the vegetation to get out of here. I think we're actually at a high enough elevation above the water that we'll be fine. It's just gonna be a waiting game until it dries out. But we'll see. We're monitoring. I'm gonna put the sheets on really quick. Hope we don't have more spiders up here, because I feel like I just found a smushed one. And I just got one out the window earlier, so that's like my biggest fear. This is all water coming in from the window, so not good. Haha! Alright, this is like a little too big, but better too big than not fit at all. There we go. What'd you think, Tazzy? Haha! Wait, I think I kind of killed this, if I do say so myself. We're going for cozy rainstorm vibes, so let's see how this looks. Killed it. How cute! Homegirl, you're actually so lucky because it hasn't even been thundering or lightning. It's just been raining. Yeah, forecast called for thunderstorms, so you're kind of looking out. This is awesome. What a vibe. Honestly, I think we're getting pretty lucky. Like, the rain isn't super heavy, so we might be alright. The Troopy's Alucab has a lot more upgrades than my Defender's Alucab does. It's newer. It's like this track system is super nice. The lights are dimmable. They can turn red. There's a lot of things I love more than my Defender Alucab. But the one thing so far that I found that I appreciate more about Poe than the Troopy's Alucab is I hate that I have to like go behind the whole bed to get in here and mess with the zipper, where in Poe you don't have to do that. The whole thing goes all the way flush. So if you guys are wondering, what do you do when you're confined in your truck the whole time? Work. Work is what I need to do because I'm behind on a lot of it. So luckily for me, I do have Starlink now. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on. And I'm just going to try to cruise through some computer work before dinner because I spent a lot of the day like organizing the truck and being outside with Tess. So why not be productive while stuck in the truck? You know what I'm saying? Oh, homegirl. It's okay, mama. It's just rain, baby girl. Also, do you like my Tazzy shirt? Shout out to the subscriber who mailed me this. I have 2 of them and I love them so much. I just feel like I gotta rep Tazzy today because she's feeling anxious. She needs a little bit more support than normal. Starlink is so clutch. I don't know how I went 8 years without getting Starlink. I work full-time from my computer. I always am in need of good service. I always have people trying to get a hold of me. Also think of my parents. So you guys see my dad worrying about my surroundings and just me being an idiot because he knows his daughter. My mom is even worse somehow, but worse in a good way. Like, I know for sure if I ever was abducted, really in a pickle without service and no one could find me for 3 days, I got lost on a hike, something like bad happened to me, my mom would have search and rescue on it within an hour. Okay, like that girl, if I don't respond for more than 2 hours, she's like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Prime example, last night my phone died while I was sleeping, and so I didn't get back to her until this afternoon. And the first thing my mom said to me is, hey, I can't see your location. What's going on? Are you off grid? What's happening? I'm getting worried. Hello? And it's like, Mom. Because I also feel like I could go off grid for 2 weeks, and my dad would be like, I don't like this. But my mom, day one, would be like, something doesn't feel right. My mother's senses are tingling. We've got to get search and rescue on that. Here's her last known location. I've got it circled because I screenshotted it an hour before she went off grid. So funny. Anyways, so Starlink is, I'm sure, helpful for both of my parents' nerves. You gotta love being stuck in the truck during rainstorms. You know what I'm saying, you guys? I spent a couple of hours being productive. For dinner, I made a funky grilled cheese. And I say that because I shoved chomps inside of it. Okay, whatever. It was good. I don't know. After a while, I finally found a break in the rain to take Tazzy outside one last time before bed. However, when I ran over to check on the dry creek, quote unquote, water levels, I heard something sloshing in the water, only to look up and see a pair of eyes reflected directly back into my headlamp. Freaked me out. Okay, I ran back to the Troopy as quick as I could. Okay, that was freaky. Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was an animal or a person, but I heard the water moving when I was like heading over there to check it, and then something reflected off of the headlamp. We're locked in here, so we're fine, but I was not about to go down there and figure out what that was. Well, I don't know what that was, but we're covered, so no one can see and hear it all. I think she's tired. Yeah, you want to go upstairs and go to bed, Mama? Want to come up? Okay. Yeah, did you just want to go to bed? I think she's just putting herself to sleep. I've never seen you do that, Mama. Usually you like freak out when I ask you if you want to do something. Here's your ducky squirrel, your favorite. Here's a crunch. If you don't like your collagen crunch, here's another one. And then here's your water. Yeah, I think homegirl just wanted to go to sleep. She's like, enough downstairs time. Looks like it's gonna be raining all night and through the morning. So, and we're still on flood watch. Eat your crunchy. I'm gonna read, girl. Okay. That was crazy. Sorry to wake you up, Tazzy. Coyotes out there or something. Oh my gosh, I see them. Yeah, I literally see them out there. Funny. It's probably what I saw earlier in the river. What do you think, Tazzy? Oh, wow. Yeah, look at the river. It's so much bigger back there. Holy cow. That is crazy. Those slot canyons are no joke. You're happy this morning. Yeah. She said, let me out there. I need to sniff stuff. Okay. Hold on, girl. You're just going to the bench. It's okay. See? Easy peas. Holy mud. Alright, come on, Tazzy, let's go. You got it, girl. From what the forecast showed at this point, I thought we were pretty much in the clear. There was no more rain incoming, and while we were still under flood watch for at least another day, I was confident that if the water wasn't a threat by now, there was nothing to be concerned about besides waiting another couple of days for the ground to dry up so we could get the heck out of here. But unfortunately for me, the worst was yet to come. And this is why I was freaking out about the gumbo. I'm not freaking out, you are. But I had no idea that was on our horizon, okay? In fact, after a couple hours in the truck, we got some blue skies and the sun even came out. I want to go down to the river and kind of explore down there for a little bit, check out the water levels and stuff, but first, we gotta start off our day right. Okay. And that's with AG1, specifically in the citrus flavor because that is my current hyperfixation. And thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this part of today's episode. We love you. You know that. The reason AG1 is the perfect way to start your day is because it's like the perfect daily health drink. One scoop alone contains over 75 vitamins and minerals, pre and probiotics, superfoods, like everything you would need for total body health. Perfect for when you are hunkered down in some desert mud waiting for the ground to dry. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, I love the citrus one. Also, in tandem with the big bags, I do have the travel packs as well. You guys have seen me use those before. Those are great because it's only one serving, so you don't need to refrigerate anything. If you're just on the go and you just want to grab one and take it like on a hike with you or something, they have options. Takes 30 seconds to make, supports immunity, supports gut health. Oh, big stretch! It fills nutrient gaps in your diet, which you guys, I live in a truck and I'm not overly fond of cooking, so that's really good for me. All right, Tazzy, come on. Holy cow. The water has gone down so much. But anyways, if you guys want to give AG1 a try for yourself, you can go to my link or this QR code right up above. When you first subscribe, you can get a welcome kit that includes like a bottle of vitamin D and those AG1 travel packs. So give it a try for yourself. Okay. It's crazy how much this has gone down in just a few hours. Are you being crazy? Okay, let's not just like get that close to the edge. Okay, watch the AG1. Tazzy. Okay, you're being crazy, girl. No. We're not gonna jump off a cliff, okay? When I first got up this morning, the river was way stronger. So it's crazy how just like a couple hours of sun have already dried it up so much. Which is good for us because if it keeps up, then we should be able to get out of here by tomorrow. Those reviews online just freaked me out. So I'm like trying to be overly cautious. I love when she has the zoomies. Yeah! How'd you get a stick? You want me to help you? Come here. There you go. Go! Her recall is getting a lot better. Well guys, day 3 stranded at camp looked like this. I let Tazzy finish her zoomies, did more productive work outside while enjoying the sun as much as possible, got confused about the weather. It's crazy that we're still technically in a flood watch until tomorrow morning. It's like gorgeous out. Everything's in the process of drying up. Gumbo mud is on its way out. Right, Tazzy? Where's the flood? Came back inside the troopy, noticed how gross it got. Look how disgusting this floor is. Got set up for nighttime, made dinner, shared some with Tazzy, of course, and decided to go to bed early because I got a raging headache. I spent the last few hours editing and getting some work done, which went well, but I'm starting to not feel super great. I think it's like stemming from back pain. It doesn't matter. I think I'm just gonna go to bed early. Let me get ready for bed real quick. Did you miss me? How could you not? No, I'm just kidding. All right. Oh. Time for bed. She totally is just whining because she wants to go to bed. Like a girl after my own heart, you know what I mean? Who doesn't love sleep? Well, even though the weather was kind of all over the place and honestly was not as bad as it was forecasted, which is good for us. It's definitely a good thing I had a chance to kind of like test all my systems, you know? Because tomorrow will be day 4. So I'm curious to see where we're at with water after I like do morning chores and dishes and brush my teeth and wash my face and all that stuff. Also, I've been running my fridge this entire time and it hasn't died yet. Curious if the troop will start tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So this is all just good for me to know because if 4 days is my max to run the fridge and stuff, I need to know that because I'm only going into harsher and harsher environments after this. It's good I'm working my kinks out right now, is all I'm saying. Anyways, wish me luck that I can sleep well. Hopefully the coyotes don't wake us up in the middle of the night again. Yeah, the coyotes were the least of my worries. Says possible threat to life or property. Take action within the next hour. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Nothing like a 2 a.m. escape from camp because of dangerous weather, right guys? I'm not freaking out, you are. Are you kidding me? I think